The modern world is built from concrete. Skyscrapers, highways, and homes all depend on it. Concrete is the backbone of our cities, shaping the very environments in which we live, work, and dream. Every day, millions of people walk, drive, and build atop this seemingly unremarkable material, trusting it to hold up the weight of our ambitions. Yet, despite its importance, our concrete structures often crack and crumble within just a few decades, demanding constant repair and maintenance. Bridges, roads, and buildings are frequently patched up, costing billions and causing endless inconvenience. Why does something so essential seem so fragile? In contrast, Roman concrete structures like the Pantheon and ancient seawalls have stood for nearly 2,000 years. These marvels have weathered centuries of storms, earthquakes, and the relentless march of time, remaining remarkably intact while modern concrete often fails. How did the Romans create such resilient material? What secrets did they know that we seem to have forgotten? Their methods have puzzled scientists and engineers for generations. The answer isn't a lost formula, but a deep understanding of chemistry and nature. The Romans observed the world around them, learning from the earth itself, and developed techniques that harnessed natural processes to create something extraordinary. Scientists long thought the secret was volcanic ash, pozzolana, which reacts with salt water to form stable compounds. This unique ingredient, sourced from the volcanic regions near Naples, gave Roman concrete its legendary durability, especially in marine environments. But that's only part of the story. The true genius of Roman concrete lies in the way its ingredients interact over time, self-healing and growing stronger as centuries pass. The Romans may not have known the science, but their intuition was profound. The real breakthrough was hidden in the concrete itself, waiting for modern science to uncover it. Only recently have researchers begun to unravel the microscopic mysteries that make Roman concrete so enduring, revealing a complex interplay of minerals and reactions. As we face environmental challenges and the high carbon cost of cement, Roman methods offer vital lessons. Our reliance on modern cement contributes to pollution and climate change, making the search for sustainable alternatives more urgent than ever. Their approach could inspire us to build more durable, sustainable, and beautiful structures for the future. By blending ancient wisdom with modern innovation, we can create buildings that not only last but also respect the planet. By looking back, we may find the key to building a world that truly lasts, a world where our creations stand the test of time, just as the Romans intended. For centuries, the exact recipe for Roman concrete was a mystery, puzzling historians, engineers, and scientists alike. The durability of Roman structures, from harbors to aqueducts, seemed almost magical, defying the ravages of time and nature. Ancient texts described a mix of lime, water, and pozzolanic ash, with volcanic rock for underwater structures. These ingredients, sourced from the volcanic regions near Naples, were carefully selected for their unique properties. This blend formed a uniquely stable binder, unlike modern concrete, which is vulnerable to saltwater and corrosion. Roman concrete, by contrast, seemed to grow stronger with age, resisting the elements for thousands of years. Pozzolana from Naples, rich in silica and alumina, created a robust compound that grew stronger over time. The chemical reaction between the ash and lime produced a dense, interlocking matrix, making the concrete nearly indestructible. Yet, modern attempts to replicate Roman concrete fell short. Something crucial was missing. Despite using similar materials, the results never matched the legendary resilience of the originals. The secret wasn't just the ingredients, but the process, a method refined by generations of Roman builders. Their techniques, passed down through apprenticeships and careful observation, were as important as the materials themselves. Their patient, empirical approach contrasts with today's focus on speed and standardization. Romans took the time to perfect their craft, learning from each project and adapting their methods to suit each unique structure. In our rush for efficiency, we may have lost the wisdom that builds for millennia. The story of Roman concrete reminds us that sometimes the greatest innovations are found not just in what we use, but in how we use it. When scientists first examined ancient Roman concrete, they were puzzled by the presence of small white flecks scattered throughout the material. These flecks, known as lime clasts, stood out against the otherwise uniform texture of the concrete, catching the eye of researchers and historians alike. For years, these white inclusions were dismissed as nothing more than careless mixing errors, imperfections that crept in during the construction process, overlooked by ancient builders. But as researchers dug deeper, they began to question this assumption. The Romans were renowned for their attention to detail and engineering prowess. Could it be that these flecks were not accidental, but rather a deliberate part of the recipe? Modern scientific analysis provided a breakthrough. It revealed that these lime clasts were created at extremely high temperatures and were composed of highly reactive calcium compounds, unlike anything found in typical modern concrete. This meant that, far from being flaws, the white flecks were the result of a sophisticated and intentional process. The Romans had developed a unique method, carefully controlling the ingredients and the heat to achieve these inclusions. These lime clasts became the signature of a forgotten construction technique, a mark of ancient innovation rather than a mistake lost to time. The Romans had engineered their concrete to include these features for a very specific reason, one that would set their structures apart for millennia. This discovery completely shifted our understanding of Roman engineering. The strength and longevity of Roman concrete, it turned out, came directly from these very inclusions, which allowed the material to heal itself and resist cracking over centuries. The real mystery was not just about the ingredients, but about the advanced process behind them, what scientists now call hot mixing. This technique involved adding quicklime to the mix and exposing it to intense heat, creating a chemical reaction that produced the resilient lime clasts. What once seemed like imperfection was in fact the very source of the material's legendary durability, allowing Roman structures to withstand the test of time and the elements. Through this ingenious approach, the Romans embedded resilience and longevity into every stone, leaving behind a legacy of engineering that still amazes us today. The key to Roman concrete's power was hot mixing. Instead of slaking lime first, Romans used quicklime, mixing it directly with ash and aggregates before adding water. This triggered an intense exothermic reaction, heating the mix to over 200 degrees Celsius. The heat accelerated curing and created unique, stable minerals, boosting strength and resilience. Crucially, this process formed the lime clasts, pockets of reactive calcium embedded throughout the concrete. These weren't leftovers, but reservoirs of healing potential, ready to activate when needed. The Romans, without modern chemistry, orchestrated a complex, high-temperature process to create a self-sustaining material. Modern attempts failed because they missed this vital, fiery step. The genius of Roman concrete is revealed when cracks form. In modern concrete, cracks let in water and chemicals, leading to decay. In Roman concrete, water triggers a healing reaction with the lime clasts. The clast dissolves, releasing calcium that fills and seals the crack, restoring strength. This self-healing process happens automatically, using water, the usual enemy, as the catalyst for repair. Over time, the structure mends itself, maintaining integrity for centuries. Roman marine structures thrive because seawater constantly activates this healing cycle. Every crack is an opportunity for renewal, not decay. The Romans built not just walls, but living materials that endure. Self-healing concrete was a cornerstone of Roman infrastructure. It enabled aqueducts, harbors, and public works to last for centuries with minimal maintenance. Roman ports, built with this concrete, became vital trade and military hubs, enduring the sea's assault. The material's durability freed resources for new projects, fueling expansion and stability. Unlike today's constant repairs, Romans built things right the first time. Their concrete was more than a material. It was the foundation of an empire. From the Pantheon to seawalls, these structures projected power and permanence. The Romans built for eternity, leaving a legacy that still stands. Roman concrete challenges us to rethink our approach to building. Modern construction prioritizes speed and cost, sacrificing long-term resilience. By rediscovering hot mixing and self-healing, we can create smarter, more sustainable materials. Imagine infrastructure that repairs itself, reducing maintenance and environmental impact. More durable concrete means less production, lower emissions, and a smaller carbon footprint. Adopting Roman principles could transform construction into a circular, sustainable industry. The Romans built for the ages. Their philosophy was permanence. Our disposable approach reflects a culture of immediacy. The enduring stones of Rome remind us the wisest legacy is built with patience and foresight. Let's build not just for today, but for generations to come.